It's this very human desire for purpose that sits at the heart of one of network television's most successful and enduring dramas, The Rookie. For those who haven't seen it, the show's logline is simple. It follows John Nolan, the oldest rookie in the Los Angeles Police Department. But for those of us who have been watching, we know it's about so much more. It's about friendship, resilience, justice, and the idea that it's never, ever too late to chase your dream. Let's get the squad on the table. John Nolan, Nathan Fillion, our main man. Middle-aged, twice as old as most rookies, constantly underestimated, but also constantly proving people wrong. He's got heart, wit, and this unshakable belief that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Lucy Chun, Melissa O'Neill, the ambitious rookie who starts out alongside Nolan. She's smart, capable, and her evolution from trainee to full-fledged cop is one of the most satisfying arcs in the series. Plus, her chemistry with Tim Bradford keeps fans screaming, Chun forward every season. Tim Bradford, Eric Winter, the gruff, no-nonsense training officer. At first, he's the definition of tough love. But over time, we learn he's more than just the scary two. He's loyal, protective, and, yes, surprisingly vulnerable. Angela Lopez, Alyssa Diaz. She's the badass detective who rises through the ranks while balancing relationships, family, and major life-or-death threats. She's the glue of the team in a lot of ways. Jackson West, Titus Macon Jr., the rookie with the most to prove, being the son of an internal affairs officer. His arc is filled with heart, bravery, and tragedy. Sergeant Wade Gray, Richard T. Jones, the skeptical but fair watch commander who constantly questions Nolan's place at the LAPD but secretly respects him more than he admits. Now that we know the crew, let's rewind to where this wild ride started. The show kicks off with John Nolan leaving behind his old construction life in Pennsylvania after a divorce and a life-changing moment, a bank robbery where he saves lives. That experience wakes him up. He realizes he wants to do more with his life, something that matters. So, he makes the radical choice to join the LAPD Academy. From day one, Nolan is the odd man out. He's surrounded by recruits in their 20s, fresh out of college or the military, while he's rocking crow's feet and back pain. Everyone, especially Sergeant Gray, thinks he's going to wash out. But here's where Nolan shines. He might not have youth, but he's got life experience, instincts, and the ability to connect with people. That becomes his superpower. This season introduces the infamous training officer system. Every rookie is paired with a TO who basically rides with them, critiques them, and tries to break them. Nolan gets paired with Talia Bishop, Lucy Chun gets paired with Bradford, and Jackson West with Angela Lopez. Right away, we get the contrast. Nolan is constantly battling ageism, Chun is balancing being underestimated, and West is trying to escape his father's shadow. Lucy and Nolan's relationship. Yes, in season 1, Lucy and Nolan actually date. It doesn't last, but it sets up her growth and his realization that personal and professional boundaries are messy. Bradford's sink or swim style nearly breaks Lucy, but ultimately shapes her into one of the strongest rookies. At the start, Nolan is paired with Talia Bishop as his training officer, but midway through the season, boom, she's gone. In real life, actress Afton Williamson left the show, but in story, Bishop moves on to pursue her dreams at the FBI. That leaves Nolan in limbo until he eventually finds a new two in Nyla Harper, a tough-as-nails former undercover cop with more baggage than a lost airport terminal. This change actually becomes huge for Nolan. Harper forces him to stop relying on charm and instincts alone. She pushes him into being sharper, faster, and tougher. If Bishop was his introduction to the force, Harper is the one who molds him into a real cop. Lucy's journey in season 2 is one of finding herself. She's figuring out who she is as a cop, separate from Nolan and separate from her personal life. The writers also start planting the seeds for her long, complicated dynamic with Tim Bradford. They're not a thing yet, but the chemistry? Oh, it's already simmering. Yep, a serial killer targets her, and for an entire episode, fans are left biting their nails, wondering if she's going to make it out alive. She does, thanks to grit, smarts, and her team refusing to give up on her. But that trauma lingers, shaping her arc for seasons to come. Poor Jackson. Being the son of Internal Affairs Captain West puts a target on his back. Everyone assumes he's soft or that he's only here because of Daddy's connections. But in Season 2, Jackson fights to prove himself, facing deadly situations, working under Lopez, and showing that he's got heart. As Nolan's too, Harper is still tough as nails, but Season 3 gives us glimpses into her past as an undercover cop. Her personal demons, her daughter, and the danger she lived in all add texture to her character. She's proof that the badge doesn't just protect you, it scars you. Right out of the gate, we lose Jackson West. The young, bright rookie, the heart of the squad, is ambushed and killed. The show doesn't sugarcoat it. His death is brutal, senseless, and it leaves the squad shattered. For viewers, it was devastating. Jackson was more than just a rookie. He represented the optimism and hope of the new generation of cops. Losing him didn't just shake the team, it shook the fanbase. But narratively, it raised the stakes higher than ever. By now, Nolan has survived 3 years in the LAPD. He's still technically a rookie, but his experience, instincts, and calm under pressure have turned him into someone his peers look to for guidance. He's not just learning anymore, he's leading. If Jackson's death wasn't enough heartbreak, Season 4 piles it on with Angela Lopez. On what should have been the happiest day of her life, her wedding to Wesley Evers, Lopez is kidnapped. Yep, kidnapped. By a cartel leader, no less. And suddenly, the team is in a frantic scramble to save her before it's too late. The storyline mixes personal stakes with professional duty, and it's nail-biting. Nyla Harper continues to be one of the most fascinating characters. She's raising her daughter while navigating the risks of being an LAPD officer. It's a constant tug-of-war, wanting to be present as a mother while still serving as one of the squad's toughest and most capable cops. She also develops a strong professional bond with Nolan, showing that the tough two and the old rookie have turned into a powerful team of equals. By the end of the season, the squad feels more like a family than ever. The wounds of Jackson's death still linger, but everyone has found a way to keep moving forward. Nolan is respected, Lucy and Tim are finally hinting at romance, Lopez and Wesley are stronger than ever, and Harper is holding it all together. The season kicks off with tension already in the air. At this point, John Nolan is no longer the rookie. He's now that guy, a veteran officer, mentor, and someone whose journey from a late-in-life recruit to a respected cop inspires not only his colleagues, but the audience watching at home. But being the experienced one comes with new pressure. Instead of worrying about making rookie mistakes, Nolan now has to deal with responsibility, leadership, and the weight of being a role model. Meanwhile, his relationship with Bailey continues to grow. What started as a sweet subplot has evolved into one of the core emotional anchors of the series. Their dynamic, her as a firefighter with a tough streak, him as the cop who won't give up, is proof that the rookie knows how to balance heart and action. But as we know with the show, no relationship comes without its challenges, and Season 6 wastes no time testing them. Angela Lopez, who has always been the brains and sharp wit of the squad, finds herself torn between family life and the dangers of her job more than ever before. The writers clearly want us to feel that tension. The more she succeeds as a detective, the more she risks at home. And if you thought her Season 5 arc was intense, Season 6 turns up the heat, throwing her into cases where personal and professional collide violently. On the other side, Nyla Harper continues to thrive as both a mother and an officer. But Season 6 paints a realistic picture of burnout, guilt, and resilience. She's juggling it all, but the cracks are there, and the show doesn't shy away from exploring them. John Nolan. Nolan's growth in Season 6 is fascinating. He's far from the wide-eyed rookie we met back in Season 1, but he's also not the hardened cynic we sometimes see in cop dramas. Instead, he's a mentor, someone who has gone through the fire and come out stronger, and that means the department leans on him more than ever. The season challenges him to balance his instincts with his experience, and it forces him to ask, what does he really want his legacy to be? Lucy, Chun, and Tim Bradford, Chun Ford Nation, this is your moment. Fans have been waiting forever for the Chun relationship to evolve, and Season 6 finally pushes it into the spotlight. Their banter, their teamwork, and yes, their romantic tension all get major development. But it's not a smooth ride, because nothing in The Rookie ever is. They face real obstacles, both in the field and in their personal lives. Still, their arc is one of the highlights of the season, with emotional payoffs that fans had been begging for. Angela Lopez and Wesley Evers. Lopez continues to walk the razor's edge between detective work and being a wife and mom. Wesley, meanwhile, plays a bigger role in showing the dangers of the legal system from the outside. Their partnership is rock solid, but Season 6 loves to test it, throwing them into situations where trust, patience, and survival are constantly in question. Nyla Harper. Season 6 doesn't hold back with Nyla. She's fiercely competent, but the show dives deeper into the personal cost of being a badass officer who also has a family waiting at home. Her character serves as a mirror to Nolan's, where he's finding his place as a mentor. She's finding hers as someone who can't afford to fail either at work or at home. So, whether you've been watching since day one or you just binged your way through the last few seasons, one thing's for sure. The Rookie is more than a TV show. It's proof that second chances, growth, and resilience aren't just storylines.